I heard the pursuit. I just walked out and got in my truck and heard the pursuit and called someone to see what's going on. And Captain Ramey called, and they were in the middle of doing a drug transaction with this guy. And apparently this guy fled, and he produced a firearm. And my understanding was he held the firearm up to someone's head that was involved in the drug transaction.
Yeah.
The deputies, they had chased him for a short while, and they were in unmarked cars, so they relinquished their search to the marked patrol cars, which is, of course, policy. And apparently they chased him up 231, where he ran at or towards a couple of vehicles. I think they tried to spike him somewhere, either on 231 or when he turned off on 2301. And apparently avoided the spikes, but and obviously they had cars come by that time from both directions, so he was armed, and apparently had somewhere there he had made some threats that he was not going to be taken alive, and there were some issues with him killing or hurting himself or someone else. By the time I got to 77 in Deer Point Road, they said he was had wrecked. I think he ran into one of the patrol cars, a couple of patrol cars. And so then I heard him talking. He had the gun. They were talking. He had the gun, and he had it up to it was under his mouth, under his face, under his chin. So when I got there, everybody was around the truck in the ditch, and he obviously had the gun with both fingers and the trigger up with a safety off up to his chin, and he was talking about killing himself. The guys that were talking with him were putting themselves in danger, and so I thought, well, I'm here, so I should try to do what I can do to resolve this issue. And sometimes, in situations like that, just being a person of authority, it doesn't mean anything to me, but sometimes it means something to people you're talking to. If this guy knew I was a sheriff, I wasn't in a uniform, I wasn't a threat to him, that maybe he would talk to me. We talked for a long time. It seemed like 2 hours. I don't know how long we were sitting there talking, but there's a lot of things, and I really, really thought he was going to kill himself. There was, and I saw visions of what happened in Okaloosa County. You'd be surprised at things that can run through your mind when you're in a situation like that. He wanted us to kill him, and I just, kept telling him we wasn't going to kill him, and today wasn't his day to die. His world is collapsing around him, and this is what causes people to do things like this, and there's times when you have these situations when you can kind of read that, well, I don't think this guy's going to do anything, but I'm telling you right now that there was no doubt in my mind that his intentions were of killing himself. There was no doubt in my mind. I just thank God it ended the way it did and didn't end the way other things have ended recently in other counties, and it very well could have. It was a classic situation, for someone to die. That was a situation where someone could have easily died.